Hello, this is Hiroshi Yamazoe. This time I will talk about the big ultimate theme, how to live a good life. I think probably everyone has thought about this theme before. I am not an expert on anything, but since I am also a person who has been concerned with this theme, I will share my thoughts about it. First of all, what kind of people exist in this universe who seem to live the good life? Perhaps we generally imagine people with high social status and money. In other words, celebrities, such as rich people, politicians, actors, writers, scholars, musicians, and so on. Many of them are basically happy in appearance most of the time, but I think there is an aspect that they act happy, smiling, and sociable all the time to maintain their status and good relationships with people, regardless whether they are really happy or not. In short, there is an element of acting happy as a survival strategy as a celebrity, but in reality, as the media often reveals their actual situations, celebrities often have many serious problems such as drug problems and family breakup due to divorce. Perhaps some celebrities are really happy most of the time in reality too, but it is hard to know externally due to the mixture of fakes that pretending to be happy among them. So I will think about it the other way around. It is the reality of the people who kill themselves by making the decision to stop living. If we can understand how they can become so desperate that they stop living, we can understand the minimum requirements for a good life maybe. In recent years, about 30,000 to 12,000 people make suicide every year in Japan. And this chart shows the motivations for suicides in Japan from 2009 to 2018. This chart compiled by the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare in Japan. The most common motivation is health problems at 38%. The second most common motivation is unknown at 90%. The third and fourth most common motivations, also at 14%, are family and financial problems. But this primary motivation, health problems, includes depression in about half of the cases. But since the desire to die itself should be a symptom of depression, so I think it is strange that depression is considered a motivation for suicide. I think that the cause of depression in these people should originally be considered the motivation of suicide. So I will omit that. Then the most common motivation for suicide becomes suicide with an unknown motivation. Taking the rest into consideration, it may be possible to say to some degree that those who have good health, finances, and families tend to be more likely to be less suicidal. But it does not seem conclusive because this statistics does not give us a clear picture of people's motivation for suicide, because they are only about 10% and each would be intertwined with other factors as well. For example, family relationships and financial situations would be related and other factors also linked to other factors and creating a complex relationship. And from this complexity, I believe there are the phenomena of transition from advantage to handicap and from handicap to advantage. That is a factor that will never appear from these types of statistics. For example, good family relationships can be built because families must help each other because of their poor state. Often people in developing countries have strong family relationships because they are economically disadvantaged and they live by helping each other. Or in the case of people with physical disabilities, they may be able to build relationships with people without being isolated because they have to be constantly taken care of by others. So I don't think there is a simple answer that if this and that are fulfilled, people will not make suicide. I think it is more complicated. The reality is so complicated that there could even occur the phenomena that handicaps can be turned into advantages like the things I said before. I believe that like the previously mentioned difference between the external appearance and the reality of celebrities, this is something that cannot be simply explained away. And here is the main thing I want to say in this video is that I think there is hope because people's lives are made up of such complex relationships that are beyond human understanding, where even negative things can become positive things, because there is a possibility of something unexpected, something miraculous, something amazing can happen in this universe. If this universe were a very simple place where our destiny is determined by simple parameters such as the amount of money savings, the test scores, or the social status of the family, and so on, then there would be no such hope. But as I said before, this universe is not that simple. For example, like I mentioned earlier, people can establish good relationships with others because they are poor, or can become independent and free because their family environment is bad, and etc. Such things can happen in this universe. However, I think a good result may also produce bad result, and then it may produce an even better result or may not. I think there is no way to know with certainty what the next outcome will be linked to and what will happen after that. So I think life is like a process without a goal. Perhaps the key to living better in such a life is to never stop trying something. By trying something, something will happen, and I don't know if it will lead to a good result or a bad result in this complex cause-effect relationship that is beyond human understanding in this universe, or what other result it will lead to. But as long as we continue to try something, we will continue to gain experiences, and that is what I think is the most important thing. And I believe that we can make meaning, value, and wealth from both good and bad experiences in our lives. And for just example, in my case, I have been trying many small things such as doing this YouTube and traveling abroad and doing some projects with people around the world and etc. And I plan to do many more things in the future, such as once this pandemic is over, making travel videos while traveling around the world and post them on YouTube, and making live streaming videos on YouTube, and etc. In order to make a good life, I would like to continue to make various trials in the future. So in this video, I have tried to share my thoughts on the ultimate theme, how to live a good life. Thank you for watching until the end. I think people have different opinions on this subject. This time I shared just my opinion. And by the way, I am currently working on a new project for Hikikomori people around the world. For more information, please see this video. Applications for this project will close on the 16th of this month, and I will continue to post more and more videos. If you are interested, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.